Hey there guys, and welcome to section 4 of this course where we're going to be talking about data privacy. Right now, it is extremely important for you to be able to ensure that the information that you are putting onto your Monday.com boards is secure, and that only the parties that need to be able to see this information have access to it. Okay, so I'm going to take you through 3 ways on how you can do it. Now, before I go into this, I want to maybe just explain exactly the difference between the Enterprise and the Pro plans and how permissions really work there. So Enterprise has got a lot of permission features and things like that. First off, as I mentioned earlier in this course, with workspaces typically can be made private. So you could be the only one in that workspace, whereas in Pro, anyone is able to access a workspace. And the only way that you can secure information on the highest level would then be by board. You can have private boards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 3 ways on how you can secure certain information. Right, so let us jump into our task list board. Now, if we take a look, I might not want everyone to see exactly the hourly rate of our different employees. So I want them to access the board, but I don't want them to access this column. And I also don't want them to access the cost, because that basically means they'll be able to work it out. Okay, so how you can restrict certain information to be shared is you can set it by either you can say they are not allowed to edit it, okay, which means that they can't input information there or delete it, or restrict column view. So I can restrict the column view, and then I can say, okay, who has access to this information? Okay, so now suddenly and board owners typically, if someone's a board owner, and by the way, a board owner is an individual that has a crown on this, typically they will always be able to see all the information on the board. So be careful about who you make a board owner on your board. We're going to do the same thing with cost. We're going to say, okay, I only want to restrict the column view here. Okay. What I want to do is I also want to make certain, let's just say if you want to restrict column edit, you can restrict column edit on this, and that means no one will be able to fill it out. Okay, so that is how you can restrict items on a specific column. Another thing that you can also do is there's a thing where you can do board permissions. So you can see on Enterprise, people can view only items that are assigned to users or created by them in any people column. So this is a really nifty feature if you really want to use it, but it's only available on Enterprise. They can edit the board's content without changing its structure. Only edit items or items that they're assigned to. So if I put in Darren Arbuckle, only Darren Arbuckle can edit any of the items on that line item. Okay, so that's a really cool one. And then also, if you just want to have them write updates, then that's fine. Okay. And then the last thing I want to maybe show you is how you can make a board private. So the way that you do that is you can come over here, change board type, change it to private. As soon as you make it private, this basically means that they will have to request access for you in order to access this board. Okay, and that is typically some really good ways to ensure that your information is secure on the board as well as in certain columns. Okay, anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.